my goal in this position, release for a minute, let go, is to get my hands to here, okay? And move my elbow inside the hip and move this elbow down and inside here so she's not under my arm. If I can get my hands over her shoulder, now if she tries to put shoulder pressure onto my jaw, go ahead. I can pull my elbows to my hips and I can keep her weight off pretty easily, even big, strong people. If I need to get her off of my jaw, but I have my hands here, then I just walk my shoulders up as I pull my elbows down, and she'll go farther and farther down my body. So this position here is my first position of safety. So anytime she gets to side control position and my arms are out here, I want to ask myself, how do I get back in here? Okay. So like you can see, I can't just pull my elbow back in, right? Her hips are in the way. And there's some things we can play with here, but what we're going to look at is I'm going to make her move her leg and let me put my elbow back in. So sometimes you can just take your hand and you can feed this under her jaw and come to the other shoulder and get a frame with the elbow, okay? So if that's happening, I'm going to kind of put my elbow right here, like I'm trying to pull it in, and I'm not going to pull it down because I'll run into her leg, okay? You can kind of see there's a gap right here between her leg and her body. So I want to angle my arm so it lines up with that gap, okay? And then I'm just going to bridge into her as I pull this down, and it's going to create some space for me to bring my hand in. And I'm going to bring my hands to her shoulder, and then I'll start to walk down to get the pressure off of my face. In order to get deeper into here, we're going to bridge again. And when I bridge, okay, I'm going to bring my hand inside of her arm. And then as I come back down, I'm going to crunch. So I'm going to put my forehead on my hand. And then now this will protect my face. Even if I were to open back up and she tries to put a crossface onto me and flatten me back out, go ahead. Right, I can protect my face right here. My knee will start to come to my elbow, and we're just going to stop right here in this position. Okay, so this is what we're going to practice to start, is how do we get out of the side control position. So we're here. She scoops my head. Both of her arms are around my body, so she's around my jaw right here. She has an underhook right here. Her leg and hip is blocking my arm from coming back in, and her head is up. We'll look at her head's not up here in a second. So I'm able to feed my hand right in between her shoulder and her jaw and come right here. So I have a frame with my elbow. Okay. I'm just going to try to keep continuous pressure pulling this in as I bridge into her. She's not going to let herself fall over, right? So if she's so tight that I can't get my elbow in, she'll fall over. So she'll open her legs up a little bit and allow my elbow to come in. They're right here. Okay, now I'm going to come up, get both my hands on the shoulder. I'll start to walk down a little bit to clear some space in my jaw. I'll bridge again. And as I bridge again, my hand comes inside the armpit. And then I post it on my head as I crunch up. And I bring my bottom knee to my elbow. So now I'm in here. And I have her weight off of me. And so we can just stop right here in this position. Okay, and then we'll look at one more thing, and then we'll look at progressing from there. Do you understand?
Yeah.
You understand? You want to see it?
Yeah.
Okay. So long, you're going to put me in side control? Yep, so you scoot. Yep. Good, right here. Yep. So it's hard to get my elbow in, right? My hands are out of position. Your head is up, so I'm able to take my hand and slide it in between his shoulder and jaw. I can reach the far shoulder here. I'm going to frame with my elbow, and I'm lining this arm up with the gap, right? So I'm starting to bring my arm down. If it's here, I'm just pulling into his leg. I want to come here, so it's kind of like an external rotation. I have some continuous pull here. I go to bridge off of my leg. Don't fall over, right? See, as I said, if they're so tight I can't get my elbow in, they fall over. But if I bridge and he stays up, my elbow comes in, right? I come down, I grab the shoulder, I walk this way a little bit to get it off of my jaw. I go ahead to bridge again. I can bring my hand inside, and now I have a big nose, I call it. So my hand is on my forehead, my elbow is coming down to my knee. Both my elbow and my knee are joined together in between his hips and my body, and this leg can start to come up here. Now she's gonna have her head down and tight, so I can't like feed my arm in here, right? So if this happens, I'm gonna put my arm up here near the top of her head, not here. Okay, I slide all the way up to the top of the head, and I'm gonna bridge into, and I'm gonna bridge into her, and I'm going to extend my arm, trying to make her ear touch her shoulder here. Okay, and I'm still gonna be pulling this elbow in. So I'm here and I'm here, and I'm gonna bridge, push the head, and same thing we talked about before. If the person stays so tight that they aren't gonna let my arm in, they're gonna fall over. And sometimes I try to make them fall over by putting my arm here instead of trying to pull it in. Like, so if her head's tight, right, I can go here and I can pull in on her knee as I bridge and I straighten my arm here. And so come back. So the same thing has to happen. Now if I'm down here, she has to pick her knee up and go over my arm to stop herself from falling over. Right? This time I'll put my arm here. So I'm gonna bridge and I'm gonna push. My arm to the pelvis. I'm gonna get to the shoulder, and then I'm gonna drag my arm across the face until it comes into here. Now I'm back here. Keep your hands together if you want. I'm gonna do the same thing. I'm gonna shoulder walk down. Look, I'm gonna bridge again here. So there's two separate bridges. And this is something you were missing on the first round of drilling. When I bridge again, that's what creates the space to bring my hand to my head. So it's not that hard, okay? Then I'm gonna work my bottom shoulder back, okay? Creating space here. I'm gonna bring my bottom leg in. And then, look, if I can fight people with my legs, I'm gonna choose to do that. So I'm gonna bring my foot inside the hip, right here, get a butterfly hook. You don't have to be that flexible to do this. The only thing you need to be able to do is take the outside leg and put the foot on the middle of your shin, because then it can just slide right over the top and it can get into the hip. And now I can, if I'm gonna frame to break if your hands are still together, if I'm gonna frame to break that, I can now push with my arms and both legs and create this space here. And now I free my head, and you're in a position where you can't drive into me, right? If you wanna drive into me and I wanna go back to my guard, I can just slide this bottom knee across and let go, but I'll stay hooked right here for now. So now we're gonna add those two things, and we're gonna come to this position. So we'll do it one more time. Do you wanna see it? Okay. So long, so you got the inside control, right? Now his head is down, okay? They're usually turning the other way. And right here, so they're closing off this space that I would come into. Yeah. Right here, they're stopping me, so you're gonna put your head like, your ear to my chest, here. Okay, so I'm in bad position. So my arm is gonna slide to the top of his head, okay? And like I said, this arm can either be here, or you can put it over the top of his knee, okay? We'll just stay here for now. I'm not pulling my elbow down, I'm rotating my arm, so I'm starting to line up my elbow with a gap between his torso and his leg. And I'm gonna bridge and I'm gonna push on his head. My arm slides in, my hand slides around, and on the way back down, on the bridge, I come to here, sliding my elbow in front of his face. My hands grab right across the shoulder joint. I wiggle him down my body, so he's way away from my jaw now, my head's free. I'm gonna bridge into him again to create space between my body and his armpit so I can bring my hand through. And I'm gonna put my forehead on my hand. My bottom knee comes across to my elbow, and my top leg is just gonna come in and get this butterfly hook right here. Now, I can frame on him with both forearms and both shins and to push away to break the hands. Look how my arms are positioned here. The top arm, my hand is wrapped around the shoulder, and my elbow is coming across towards his other shoulder. making a frame. My bottom arm, the frame is coming right across the bicep. So now if he tries to grab my head again, right, it's very easy to keep it off. And now I have the butterfly hook on my top leg, maintaining space, and I bring my bottom knee to my bottom arm right here. Right, I can use this foot or let it be free. Right here. It doesn't really matter it depends on what we're gonna do. But now he tries to smash me. It's very easy. You can tell in my voice there's no strain in my body as I'm trying to keep his weight off of me. Does that make sense? So I'm always gonna choose to use this leg if I can, because I want to fight his pressure with my legs. And this hook of this butterfly guard keeps him in my guard from the beginning. Now I'm gonna bridge. Right? So if they don't let your elbow in, they're gonna fall over. Okay? So I'm gonna bridge again to get this arm around. Right? I start to grab here, work myself down. Okay? Right here. I'm gonna bridge one more time to get my hand through the armpit. I come to here. My bottom knee comes in. My top foot works its way into the hip. Okay, so now I break the arms. So the position we're gonna come to now is I'm gonna bring my bottom knee to here. And I'm gonna bring my top knee here. So I'll bring my foot out. And I'm gonna pinch her head either on this side or this side's okay. You can drive into me a little bit. Like we can be here, okay? But we're gonna start to separate her head from one of her arms here, and we're gonna be in this position so I can start to attack. And you might recognize this from where we attacked the triangle last week, right? We triangled the person here. We're almost to that position where I could just extend and come around when we come here. We can start to connect that together. So let's do one more, and then I'll do it to him so you can see. So we're here. Get my arms out of position. I need to get both my elbows in. So I'll do this one this time. Over here, bridge, pull my elbow in. Right, bring my hand around. Might take a little bit. I might have to come back over here and bridge again and come around, right? And now I get to here. I walk down, bridge again, get my hand in, head to here. Bottom knee touches my elbow, top foot comes in. I break the guard apart. Like I'm not gonna go too far away, right? I'm gonna stay pretty close. I'm gonna hook the back of the tricep with my hand and bring my knee across here. So if she tries to smash into me, she can't, because this is here and I still have this butterfly hook over here. But even more important, she tries to run away from me. So try to run away from me. She can't run away either. This leg comes up and over, and I pinch my knees together, and I'm trapping this arm here, and I'm blocking the head. So we can come to this position. When we get here, this person try to smash me, try to put me on my back. Okay, right? Boom. Come back over. Try to run away from me. Right, so she's pretty stuck. Good. There we go. Good. So now look, my arm's in bad position. Fong's starting to get the good idea of where he wants to be in side control. So look, I'm not here. I'm coming to here. I'm going to bridge and I'm going to push his head while I move my elbow in. And then I bring my forearm right across the face. It kind of sucks. Grab the shoulder, walk down, bridge again, hand inside the armpit, head to here, knee comes in, foot comes in, right here. All right, then I can break the arms apart. Once I break the arms apart, my shin comes right here, this knee comes up here, and I start to trap this arm right here. Okay, so now you try to smash me to my back, put me on my back, can't do it, tries to run away from me. Can't do it. No. That's what we want.